The military has always been a big part of Vinh Tran's family. His father fought for South Vietnam in the Vietnam War, and Vinh himself was part of compulsory military training as a young man. But the stories of military vehicles have always fascinated him.
My father used to be a U.S. Army transport officer. So the old man told me all the story about the Army Jeep. So it popped up my mind. If I can bring one of these here, create a story and give me a chance to talk to the Australian public to help the kids affected by wars in Vietnam.
His idea was to start with one military Jeep, bring it to Australia and use it as a talking point to educate the public about the long-term impact of the Vietnam War on his people.
You know, the Vietnam War is like many wars. It's very costly, even though 50 years on now.
He donates to a charity helping anyone affected by the flow-on effects of the Vietnam War, including those with complications due to exposure to the herbicide Agent Orange. It was used by the US military to wipe out forest cover and crops, and its effects are ongoing. The military Jeep did what he wanted it to do. It arrived in 2012 and it drew attention wherever it went.
So I used to drive in Sydney Harbour. In the back of the Jeep, I put, "Please help my people, the kids affected by war." That's how I started. So wedding car companies, they contact me and they want to use the Jeep for a photo shoot. That's how I started.
His one Jeep turned into a fleet of military vehicles, all sourced, refurbished to working order, and then imported from Vietnam. He keeps them at Bowral in the New South Wales Southern Highlands at his not-for-profit organisation called Military Vehicle. But his space in Bowral is fast turning into something more, a popular meeting place for local veterans.
He's so welcoming, it's almost unreal. And we find Vietnam veterans, we find that pretty unusual. And so when we come over, Vinh always welcomes us, offers us free things that we always decline if we can. But we get a lot out of it. Initially seeing the trucks, that always reminds me of my time in Vietnam. I went to Nui Dat on one of the truck behind us, one of those, and we were first in there, and there was rifles at the ready, and we didn't know what to expect. And so I always remember those Mark III trucks for that.
It's like a man's shed for all the veterans coming here. It become a healing center for them. It become like a museum, but active. Everything people can see here is running and flying.
The next step is to create a small museum on the site, which the veterans will help curate.
I'd call it a vet shed, yeah. It certainly will turn into that as it develops a bit more. And at this stage, we're proposing to have, we normally have a coffee morning once a week, so we're now proposing to move a coffee morning over to here at least once a month, so we'll get different venues and our members will get to know this place a lot better.
Norman Austin says for veterans like him, the memories of their time at war come flooding back when they see the military vehicle collection. Vinh says the vehicles have a violent past, but a gentle future.
If you look at the whole display, we don't put any gun or anything on. It's all the vehicles just for fun, for help, for humanity, and for respectful of our men and women in service.
He said it's a collection that will live on after he dies.
We are born and die at some stage. And what left behind is important. This has become a legacy.